You're tuned in to the Raw Vision Mix Show with your host, NATMAC.
Well, how we doing? This is episode 2 of the Raw Vision Mix Show. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're tuning in live, thank you. If you're tuning in on the podcast, how we doing? This is episode 2, and tonight we're going to start things all techno. We're starting heavy. This one here has big support by Cole Cox, by the one and only Mr. Mark Greene. It's called As If, and you want to wrap your ears around it because I definitely think this one's definitely not an if, it's definitely a want. So thanks so much as well for tuning in last week. Thanks to all the listeners on the podcast for subscribing. Thanks to everybody tuning in to Spotify, everybody watching in on the live stream. Fantastic. Tonight we've got a fantastic show, and that is of course because we've got a very special birthday to represent tonight, and that is Mr. Jamie Behan joining us on the decks very, very shortly. But for now, Mark Greene with As If. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Taking it heavy this time. Those of you joined us last week, it was house. Tonight it's all about the techno. We've got the Techno Godfather in the building. He is the Techno Godfather of Cork, and speaking of another Godfather, I should say this guy here checking out his style here. This guy, Ikeaboy. This is on the Seems Legit record label. It's called Death Race, and it's definitely one you need to listen out for. We've got an exclusive coming very shortly from the Seems Legit record label, so make sure you check out Underground Ovation in the future. Mr. Eddie Galvin will be joining us and definitely be telling us all about that label. So what have we got tonight? Well, we've got a few tracks. I'm going to keep it very short. I'm going to let the godfather of Cork Techno here take over the reins. So, of course, we need to give him that extra special bit of time. So that will be happening shortly. If you want to message in, obviously in the live stream, you can do. And if you are tuned into the podcast, then maybe send us a message on our Facebook. Check out all the socials, Underground Ovation. We want to check out Jamie Behan. We want to check out NATMAC, of course, in this beautiful surrounds as well, in BMG Sound, the best place you can learn, play and hire. So get on that website, bmgsound.com, and make sure you hire out these beautiful white Nexus. Tasty. Thanks for tuning in. Now I should let you know about this one. Apologies for the feedback there. I should let you know about this one. This is a local artist. He goes by the name of Tiarnola, and this is a brand new one that was sent to me recently. It's called Concrete Jungle, and it's got a really nice vibe to it. Big ups to Tiarnola or Tiernan. Go give him a like on all the socials. He's definitely coming out the woodwork these days. So get back in there and give us some more tracks, because I'm loving this one. And for those of you who have just tuned in, it's called Concrete Jungle. Absolute track coming in here. Another local artist in Cork. He goes by the name of Fionn. And I'm not even going to pronounce the track name because you just need to look it up. It's a bit of a mixture of numbers and letters. So go check him out. It's Fionn. Okay, I'm going to pronounce it. It's C31H42N206. If I said it to you, you'd think I was weird. Maybe I am a bit weird. This is a Raw Vision Mix Show. This is episode 2. We've got Jamie Behan coming up very, very shortly to do a guest mix. If you want to message in, if you want to watch, whatever you're doing, if you're listening on a podcast, just make sure you share and like this and support the cause. Go to all our socials. Fionn O'Regan. Absolute track. Fionn O'Regan, also part of the Illusion Boys. They will be supporting the gentleman that will be coming on the decks right now, Mr. Jamie Behan. They are supporting the cause, supporting the event. It will be happening in Darley on Saturday. It is going to be a very special occasion. So if you're in Cork, if you're not in Cork, just get down here. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be special. Check it out. Let this one play out a little bit because it's a good track, but I do want to let you know there's some important things you want to be going to if you're around the Cork scene. Of course, we've got the Under the Rose and Rise Up with Jajum happening very soon. If you're into your house as well, we've got Luke Town happening in Darley, both of those events happening in Cork. That's the old pad for those of you who haven't been on the scene for a while. Make sure you check it out. Also, if you're perhaps interested in, maybe you can't make it on Saturday, maybe you can't come to Darley, maybe, I don't know, something's happening, you've made an arrangement, there's a rollover happening and it's a Sunday social that's happening in Darley on the Sunday. So make sure you come check that out. Of course, we will have the Prospect Boys there as well. That will be happening on Sunday, and I believe yourself, you're performing as well on the Sunday? Yeah, do the electro, yeah. So a slightly different set on a Sunday if you're into it. And if you want to wait till next week, if you're into a Jekka, he's coming to Cypress Avenue, so make sure you come check him out. That's on the 15th, the day before I jet off to ADE. Any ADE heads going? If you're going to ADE, I'll see you there. Anyway, we're waiting on a track here to come in. We're going to introduce you to Mr. Jamie Behan. But for now, of course, I'm letting this one roll out. This one is Fionn O'Regan. So thanks very much for tuning in. Raw Vision Mix Show, episode 2. Okay. We are going into the second part of the show. Welcome to the show, Mr. Jamie Behan. How you doing?
Thank you for having me on again.
Anytime, man. I remember I actually got a notification for the last time we did that one in like it was a, where was it? It was in like a lorry container, wasn't it? But it was great. It was great. So do you want to tell us a little bit about what's happening on Saturday? It's a really important birthday, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to mark 17 years of my club night and record label, Bastardo Electrico. It's quite a scary number, 17. Starts, thinking about how old I am.
It's the longest running techno night in Ireland.
Yeah, it is. We started it way back in 2002 in the back room of Sir Henry's. That's for those that aren't old enough to remember Sir Henry's. It was a legendary Cork nightclub where electronic music all kicked off in Cork back in 1988 with Greg and Shane. And I jumped on board then in 2002.
That's mad. So 17 years. So obviously there's someone else that's coming. There's quite a few people that are coming on Saturday. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the acts you've brought with you to Dali on Saturday?
Well, the main event will be me going back to back with a man that needs absolutely no introduction in Cork or anywhere in the world at this stage, Mr. Sunil Sharp. He was one of the first guests I ever booked for Bastardo way back 17 years ago in Sir Henry's, and we became really good friends within the music scene and outside the music scene since then. And we've done 3 back-to-backs together up until now, and they've worked really, really well. It's very hard often to find somebody that a DJ that you can work well back-to-back with. And last year for the 16th birthday, we did 5 hours back-to-back.
No way! 5 hours? No way! Was that long?
And it works really, really well. So we thought we would do the same thing again this year, but with the added element, I wanted to bring in some younger people to reflect how the scene has changed here, because the techno scene in Cork in the last 2 years has really taken off. And for the other guys we've booked, Elysian, they're 3 young guys who have really, really, really impressed me with the music.
Yeah, big up. What's it? Fionn, Dave, and Jack. Big up, guys. We just played Fionn's track as well.
No, they just really impressed me with their DJing skills, the music they're playing, their productions, their attitude towards the music. For guys of their age, it's just such a mature approach to the music, and they blew me away. So I needed somebody that represented Cork, the new school coming through in Cork, that are going to be blowing people away, beyond Cork in the next few years.
And you've also brought on a very fine lady. I met her at Mass Festival. She's an unbelievable character. She's in Limerick, from Limerick, I believe. Yeah, do you want to tell us about her?
Yes, Miss Maeve O'Connor. I know Maeve for quite some years, from when she first started out DJing for Die Night in Limerick. And I've seen her career grow over the years, and I've seen her grow, become one of the best DJs in the country, basically. And a good friend as well. But also another reason to bring her on was to address the gender balance as well, and to have a female DJ on the lineup. And it wasn't just not just a token female DJ. Maeve is one of the best techno DJs in Ireland. So
she's amazing, and I'm really looking forward to Saturday. So you're going to obviously play some tracks for us tonight. What are you going to play? Anything in particular?
Nothing in particular. I have a USB key that's completely it's not sorted out at all. So it's basically whatever comes to me.
Brilliant, cool, awesome. Okay, so we're going to have whatever comes to you, and obviously if you're tuning in online, fantastic. If you're tuning in on podcast, of course, thanks so much for your support. So I'm going to give over to Jamie Behan on the Raw Vision Mix Show, episode 2, right here in BMG Sound.
Skippy Papa Las, she candle ras. Shayum Sapasap, then to pot. Get down, you kwas. Get loose like it one las. Get beat to so katas, get flow so kutas. Ek full marker plan, Fagizagan zoek frostan. Je maar stop staan, Shy number, shy spot. He must stop a stud. Shy number, government. He must stop a stud. Shy number, bonus son. Papa las, she candle ras. Shayum sapa sap, then to pot. Get down kwas, get loose like $8. Near beat so katas, get flow so kutas. And full marker plan, Fagizagan zo frostan. He must stop a stud, shy number, shy squad. He must stop a stud, shy number government. He must stop a stud, shy number bonus son.
Sneja buena sal, Fasa buena sal, Sasha buena sal, Ima buena sal, Spina buena sal, Vula buena sal, Vala buena sal, Oza buena sal, Kava buena sal, Ringa buena sal, Sneja buena sal, Fasa buena sal, Sneja buena sal, Fasa buena sal, Sasha buena sal, Ima buena sal, Spina buena sal, Vula buena sal, Vala buena sal, Oza buena sal, Kava buena sal, Ringa buena sal, Sneja buena sal, Fasa buena sal.
Las, she candle ras. Shayum sapa sap, then to pot. Get down kwas, get loose like $8. Near beat so katas, get flow so kutas. And full marker plan, Fagizagan zo frostan. He must stop a stud, shy number, shy squad. He must stop a stud, shy number government. He must stop a stud, shy number bonus son.
Sneja buena sal, Fasa buena sal, Sasha buena sal, Ima buena sal, Spina buena sal, Fula buena sal, Vala buena sal, Oza buena sal, Kava buena sal, Ringa buena sal, Sneja buena sal, Fasa buena sal.
Thanks very much for tuning in to the Raw Vision Mix Show. This is live in BMG Sound, so if you're interested in hiring out these decks or any equipment, or in fact learning how to play, maybe you're interested in DJing, then this is the place you want to check out. BMGsound.com. Now, of course, you want to check us out on Instagram. It's Underground Ovation. My name, of course, is NATMAC, if you want to check me out. And this gentleman here on the decks is Mr. Jamie Behan. So, if you are around in Cork, make sure you check out the 17th birthday of Bastardo Electrico happening on Saturday. Sunil Sharp, Maeve O'Connor, and, of course, the Elysian Boys, sorry. Shout out to Fionn, we played his track there, it's a beautiful track, thanks so much for giving us that. More tracks on the way next week, I'll have a brand new guest, and of course it will be someone you want to be checking out, in fact a label you want to be checking out as well, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But for now, I'm going to pass this over and keep it on the decks for Mr. Jamie Behan.
Jump on the house
So I hope you're enjoying the show. This has been Jamie Behan on the show, my guest mix for episode 2. This is the Raw Vision Mix Show. Thank you so much for subscribing or tuning into the show. It's been fantastic. Big shout out to Seacon there, who's been tuning in, to the Hanley Brothers, and to all of the Cork heads there that are showing support. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you are tuning in further afield, thank you. My name is NATMAC. Next week we will be bringing on a slightly earlier show. It will be starting on the Tuesday. And the show will be introducing a record label called Spirit of Lou. So some interesting information about that label, and we also have a special guest who is part of that label by releasing one of his new tracks. And he's definitely known on the scene here in Cork, and he goes by the name of Joe Logue. So make sure you check that out. That's next week, and that'll be on a slightly earlier day on the Tuesday. So if you are tuning in on the podcast, it is a Facebook Live event that we do, and it happens on the Underground Facebook page. Thanks so much for all your support. Make sure you check out BMG Sound as well if you want to learn or hire any of this equipment. And of course, check out Jamie Behan. coming into the last part of the show. And it's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Mr. Jamie Behan, for being here tonight. Thank you, thank you. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday with Solihull and Maeve and the Elysian boys. Can't wait. It's going to be brilliant. Thank you so much for tuning in live on Facebook. Thank you for tuning in onto the podcast if you're subscribing afterwards. And make sure you give us all a like. We've got a new show next week. That's right, I've got Spirit of Lou, the record label, coming on. Joe Logan's going to be playing some more melodic tracks, so if you're into melodic vibes, that's going to be happening just before ADE, which is when I jet off to Amsterdam, and I can't wait. So if anybody's going to be there, maybe hit me up, message me, let me know what you're up to, and make sure, of course, as I said, hit up all of our socials, because there'll be plenty of stuff we'll be telling you about in the course of the future. Because we have exclusives, we have more shows, there's mixtapes, you name it, we've got it. Check it out on Underground Ovation. So thanks very much for tuning in. Big shout outs to everybody there. And that's it from me and Jamie. So we're going to let this one roll out on this beautiful Thursday. Thank you.